realize this dude's lyrics fucking hit you in the soul.
It doesn't make any sense.
And sometimes I'm like, why does that line? It's that it does not that it doesn't make sense, but like, what the fuck? But like, why is that making me feel like this?
Yeah.
And I don't understand it. And I think that's why Aqua Regia has been the new one on repeat, because there's a lot of different layers of that song, I think, that happened that kind of resonate with me. But it's also the fact that it's one of the few, at least so far, that I've heard that stays in that lane of like, not melodic, but it's not his like rock or metal or, whatever. It kind of just stays in that lane. And I like it on that one. I like the fact that they switch around a lot, but dude, that's been my repeater just because there's just something to it. The lyrics, the inflections, the music behind it. So that's been my big one since basically the day we heard it and reacted to it.
I think that every time that we listen to a Sleep Token song, it's guaranteed that I will listen to it as much as I possibly can in the car. And it's like, that's my main thing. Like I'll make sure that I have it down, that I hit my, slider, right underneath of like, the E or the P or whatever, to know that that's where this cool part of this song is. Like, because Take Me Back to Eden was actually one that I mainly listened to the rap part over and over again, just because it was so different and unique, it's not that the rest of the song isn't good.
Correct.
It's like, dude, this thing is tickling my fancy right now, and I cannot get enough. Yeah.
Do you think Vessel does that on purpose? Do you think Sleep Token is for something that, let's say in a 4 or 5 minute song that they have, sometimes it is just a little bit of like a break as far as like, not even like a guitar riff. It's just like some kind of like musical breakdown that happens. But I'm wondering if it's one of those like, all right, metalhead, here's your section. All right, R&B and rapper, here's your section.
Yeah.
Okay, classical here. It's one of those like, anybody can listen to Sleep Token just because me and you not only like, but we like more this 2-minute section. That's damn near a song these days.
Right.
Because nobody wants to put in the fucking work. Like, especially rappers, dude. Don't get me started. But they think a hook and 2 verses is good. Fucking what? But no, I wondered that myself, is just like, I wonder if that's why he does that. Or is it just to like, be like, fuck you, I'm good.
Right.
Like, so maybe it's a little bit of both. So
I think that there's this beautiful thing that Misha Mansour said when he was being interviewed, the brainchild behind Periphery. And the question was asked to the group that he was in. They said, or it was asked, how did they put it? They said, do you fight to be original? Like, do you like worry about staying original and doing those things? And he said, absolutely not. He's like, I am chasing something much more selfish. And I love the way that his mind worked in that, was that it's this idea that I think that Vessel just loves doing music. And I think that he probably just can't get enough. And by the way, I know Eric's camera's cutting in and out. It's the HDMI thing. We're going to get that fixed soon. So, but
okay. I was looking over. I didn't know if that's if I was glitching out or not.
Yeah, but, the video itself will be fine, but we have a bad cord. It just needs taken care of. So apologize in advance. And if anybody misses it, comment, let them know. But it's just I think Vessel has got something that is, I don't know the truth of like where his music really comes from. If the dream he had was in fact real, I don't know if it was, just him having a crazy concept because he dropped acid one time. Like, that's a speculation. Like, I don't know. I don't know what it is that made everything happen. But what I can say is that his music, I think he just writes what he wants to hear. I think it's and he kind of like, he has that badassery of like, he just doesn't care. It's like, no, like, you either like it or you don't. Like, I know there's a whole sector of people out there that are like, nah, dude, they're just glorified Tool. They're just, a cheap Tool knockoff. It's like, first off, no. It's like I wouldn't listen to them and equate them with Tool. Yes, him and Maynard have similar inflections in the way that they sound, and they both can be heavy, but Sleep Token is Sleep Token.
Right.
It's to me, I don't think that they can be compared. They can probably be like, you can make look at some similes of like, okay, oh sure, like, nobody knows who they are. You know, it's like they wear masks or they do this stuff. Okay, well, Mushroom Head and Slipknot did that. Gore does that. It's like, you know, so they're their own thing, and they're taking things that are, you know, as we said before, there's no such thing as an original idea, you know, and it's, I think that they're just, you know, harnessing that, you know.
I think going back on the whole mask thing, like, we're pretty sure we figured out who he is. I'm not going to say anything because I'm going to respect it, but if you guys know, don't be a dick and say it on here, but we think we figured out and listened to things before he was Vessel, and people were commenting and being like, Vessel was his final form. We heard a few things and we're like, oh, okay, this is what this is.
I never want the mystery
if it's
ruined.
True.
Right. It's like, I don't want the mystery ruined, but it also doesn't bother me that it's like, no, this is where this man started. Like,
right.
Yeah.
But I also am trying to respect the fact that he's trying to keep it a secret.
Sure.
Like, we figured it out, like I said, I think, but like you said, like we do kind of maybe have that little bit of insight, like, oh God, look at from, you know, 10, 12 years ago to today.
Yeah.
That was kind of cool if we're right. So that was cool. But yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
But yeah, so no, wearing a mask is not original, but it's still cool. Like if you do it right.
I think there's also something weird about the way that he, and I don't mean this as like disrespectful, but the way that he paints himself and the way that his mouth looks, and like he borderline looks like something out of like Pan's Labyrinth.
He looks like, yeah, that thing with the eyes.
Yes.
Or with the, almost like it's kind of weird, but it's cool. It's cool.
It is such a mystery. Sleep Token is something that I really hope that one day I get answers when I'm like 90. You know what I'm saying? Like where it's like, no, like, let me, like the point of why it works is because we don't know. It's like the whole Pulp Fiction thing where it's like, what's in the suitcase? It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
It's like that. Yeah. Well, no, but I want to know. No, but Quentin doesn't care. He didn't even like, maybe he doesn't even know.
Exactly.
You know? So to me, I think that's the part of it that makes
he said, hey, make these faces and act like this just because. And they said, okay. And that's what happened.
Yeah.
Cut.
And I love it too that all the rest of the guys in the band don't even have names. It's just Vessel 1, Vessel 2, or whatever. Like the drum playthrough that one of the Vessels does, it says an offering from Vessel 1 or whatever, where it's like, even in the way that they produce their content is just so unique. And it's so wild.
Yeah.